Hello, friends. Welcome to Dream to Done, the podcast for moms who are ready to discover their dreams and goals again and actually do them. If you've been feeling a little lost in motherhood, I'm here to get you off the back burner and start taking a turn for yourself. I'm your host, Jessica Erickson, a certified life coach and your accountability cheerleader. Each week, you'll hear tips and tricks on doing life with a few kids, interviews with inspiring guests, and real talk on momming. I want you to discover your dreams, even in the messy middle of motherhood, because you deserve happiness too. You will also see that a mom achieving her goals and dreams lifts those around her. You deserve to take a turn in your life without feeling guilty. I am always cheering for you. Here we go. Hello, and welcome to the Dream to Done podcast. I'm your host, Jessica Erickson, and I'm so excited that you are joining me for the very first episode. Here we go. I wanted to introduce myself. I am a mom of 4 wonderful kids. My youngest is 4 and my oldest is 14. I have a doctor husband. So during med school and residency, I was pretty much a single mom. And to be honest, his schedule is pretty terrible. So many days of the week, I feel like a single mom now. I know what it's like to feel lost in motherhood. After every baby, and I've had 4, they hand you that new sweet little bundle of joy and your heart melts and you would literally do anything for that child. But you get home and you still need to heal and you're very sleep deprived and life is a big transition. So I know what it's like to feel lost, especially that first few weeks. Sometimes it's even a couple months. You just feel like everything you do is for the baby and the kids, and that is totally normal and it's totally fine. But at some point, maybe it's weeks, months, maybe it's even years, no judgment. But at some point, you're going to hit a point where you want to start putting yourself back in your life. Now, one of the things I wanted to do to put myself back in my life was to certify as a life coach. Now, I don't know if you've ever had one of those homework assignments where you didn't really do your best work. Well, that was me. We had an assignment to do a vision board. Now, I had a couple of goals that I had been working on the weeks before, so I knew what I wanted to put on it, but I thought that I had to go buy a zillion magazines and a large poster board, learn how to do calligraphy, and spend timeless hours. Oh, I wanted to get those scissors where you cut it out and it makes the fun edges. But I didn't have time to do any of that. It was a very busy week as a mom. And so I did the only thing I could, which was to get out an 8.5 and 11 regular piece of paper and some colored pens. Now, I am not an artist, but I did my best with the time I had. So I have a horrible drawing with colored pens and regular paper. So I turned in my vision board, stick figures and all, and I got credit for it. And then I grabbed a piece of tape, threw it up on the bathroom wall, and kind of forgot about it. Here it is. It's a piece of art. Well, it's something. It's stick figures. It's pretty pathetic. But that's when the magic started happening. I did certify as a life coach. I kind of knew that was going to happen because I was already in classes, but I didn't know that I was going to meet these 4 powerhouse women and actually be able to call them friends. Leah had been my business coach for a while and I'd followed her forever, but I'd never met her in person. She called and said she was putting on a retreat and that Kelly was coming. Kelly I'd never met, never even spoken to before, but she was so cool online and I thought it would be so cool to just meet her. After that retreat, I can genuinely call them friends. Next up, Jen called me. She said she was going to be in San Francisco visiting her kids and would I like to meet her for lunch? Yes, I would. So I got a babysitter for my kiddo and I drove 2.5 hours and met her for lunch. It ended up being a really great lunch. And again, I could genuinely call her a friend. Then I went to Jen's retreat a few months later where Marcy was. I got to meet Marcy. We had lots of talks on the beach and had a great experience. And again, genuine friend now. I was able to transform my photography business to a luxury photography business and got mentors and took the leap, took a big jump and did it. It ended up being very successful. Now with water, I put this up on the board and had no idea how I was going to end up drinking all the water I wanted to drink. I don't really like the taste of water. But then on social media, I started getting these ads for the stuff that you put in water to make it taste better. I went ahead and got it. And sure enough, now I'm drinking tons of water without even thinking about it. And exercise. I had a friend call and say, "Hey, I'm going to start going to this yoga class while the kids are at preschool. You want to come?" And I did. So without really thinking about it and having it up on the board, I got a lot of things done. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. So I went to this retreat and I came away with 16 really powerful things that I wanted to do. Really big goals, really big dreams. And I decided that if I was going to do this, we better do a vision board. The first thing I did was scrap all those ideas about needing tons of magazines and colored pens and scissors and learning calligraphy. Forget that. I had been designing birth announcements, baby birthday cards, and birthday party invites, and wedding announcements, and I've been designing stuff for lots of years. So why don't I just design a vision board digitally? So I did, and that opened up a whole new world because digitally I have access to any color I want, any font I want, any pictures I want, and I can put them wherever I want and mess with it digitally, and it was wonderful. So I printed off my vision board in 3 different sizes and I put it up all over my house. And guess what? By the end of the year, I had 13 out of 16 goals accomplished. That's 81%. Could you imagine even doing 50% of your New Year's resolutions every year? That would be amazing. That would be transformational. And this year, I did 81%. Want to see what we did? First, I took my daughter to an amusement park for her 12th birthday. If you want to hear more about that, tune in to the next episode and check out that funnel cake. Yum! Next, I took my family to England, traveling first class. We went to London, we went to Paris, and we even made it to Disneyland Paris. I went to our family reunion with boundaries in place and ended up having an even better time than I could have imagined. I organized the office and the garage. Pinterest worthy, if I do say so myself. Next, I got my website up. Yay! I am officially online. I curated a playlist for the car. This turned that mundane driving into time that was mine, time that could be uplifting and motivational. For my photography business, I took only 2 to 3 clients a month. I performed a ballroom dance number. I photographed my own kids instead of just taking pictures of everybody else's kids. Aren't they cute? I found some ways to love myself and take care of myself. I had a spiritual goal that I accomplished. Now, there were a couple that I didn't finish, but made serious progress on. One was organizing the computer. Another was doing my kids' birthday books. We have these really big birthday parties for them, love celebrating them, and I usually do a big photo shoot with it, and then the pictures sit on my computer. So I decided to make these birthday books so that they are celebrating themselves. I got a lot of them done, but I got a few more left to do. 14, 15, and 16, they didn't happen, and that's okay. Just wait, we're still working. I'm starting this podcast to inspire you to crush your goals, and I'm cheering for you. What I decided is that if I can do it, you can do it too. I'm so passionate about helping moms accomplish their goals. At my core, I am a cheerleader of women. And if there's a business you want to start, a book you want to write, a vacation you want to take, or heck, you just want to feel like a better mom, this podcast is for you. I want to inspire you and cheer you on. So I hope you'll join me every Tuesday for a short episode so you can listen to it during Driveline. Sometimes it will be just me, but I also have some amazing guests lined up. I cannot wait to share them with you. I'm so excited to help you discover your dreams and do them. I want to celebrate your wins. I would love it if you would subscribe to the podcast right now and find me on Instagram at Jessica Erickson Coaching and send me a DM letting me know which topics you would like to hear. I'm cheering for you. I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Dream to Done. If you enjoyed today's episode, it would mean so much if you would leave a rating and review. It helps more moms like you find the show. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast player. I'll see you in next week's episode. I'm always cheering for you. See you next week.